And we're back. And this time by we, I brought a Dietaku and a Clockwork to assist.
Hello.
I'm back from the tropics.
Yep.
Don't ask me what I did. I went overseas.
I'm not sure he remembers life. Oh, that's right. I lost a gear. If I don't find it, I'll die. Help me. This better not be another trick, like that stupid Frigimon quest where I had not.
Oh no! I think this is actually
Broadway.
a really good. If this is the area I think it is, this is a really good grinding area because you start seeing ultimates as random encounters.
All right. So his gear's supposed to be around. I guess I just go around till I see someone with a exclamation point over their head. I don't think we want to leave Broadway. It said Broadway floor 1, so it should be around here somewhere.
So I'm to assume this is just your standard JRPG in a sense?
Yeah, basically. Apart from the fact that you basically can control your party, like as you guys see here, I have Growlmon, Gargamon, and Sunflowmon. And there's our Haguramon. You're the one who took the case. To tell the truth, right now, I'm not feeling too good. I'm probably just about to die, so I don't know. One of the cogs that makes up my body, I lost it somewhere. Yeah, I never know where cog is either. Should be lost. Should be somewhere in this dungeon. Bring it to me as soon as possible. Okay.
How do you lose a cog that's a part of your body?
Well, he's made up of cogs. I mean, look at him. He's made up of nothing but cogs.
That's the point, though. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Point.
Well, hey, it's Dodorumon, I think it is, and Greymon. Wow, that did a lot of damage.
Yeah, I remember this place rocking my socks too.
If it gets out of hand, I'll stop and grind a little before recording. But like, holy crap, that was not.
I was gonna say if it's a grinding spot, generally the monsters here are gonna usually do more damage. But that's the whole point, is that
Dorugamon.
so you can get a lot of it, so you can get a lot of experience and everything.
Oh yeah, these are champion level Digimon. So like, we're going from fighting guys who are like way below our threshold to guys who are actually pretty legit. I better not mess around. I'm gonna hit this guy with my special attack. Sunflowmon is like a black mage, so she really does her best damage when she's hitting like that.
When she does solar beam.
Pretty much. That's what I was about to say.
Pretty much. Yep. I actually kind of feel Cross Wars is a little underrated, if we're being honest.
Really?
Was
Pretty much
that a
everyone
rant?
I've heard says that it was not good, and I'm like, I liked it.
It was kind of sloppy, improperly paced, and more than a little off-brand at times. But on the whole, I enjoyed it.
I'll say Season 2, I think, is better than Season 1.
It is. And I thought Hunters was just, like, really, really good. Because, like, you actually have a main character who's like, yes, I do think Digimon is just a video game, but that's the point. I like video games.
Yeah, it basically is what would happen if you had a Pokemon protagonist in Digimon, and he becomes a horrifying monster.
Yeah, and, like, it works.
Is this like a special thing, like a special attack or something? Where
basically,
Digimon both attack?
Yeah, if your Digimon are together, fighting together for a long time, you'll get the stat called camaraderie that builds up over time. And
you have to understand, Clockwork, that friendship is like a huge component of Digimon as a franchise. So yeah, if you're the higher your camaraderie, the like stronger your guys are, and also you can the more frequently you do the cross bonus attacks.
I kind of figured as much. If I remember the original Digimon didn't, like, as they got closer to their Digimon, they started getting high, like they started leveling up higher and stuff like that to their other forms.
that is the thing about Digimon is they're very, very, very sophisticated AI programs, but they're fundamentally incomplete in a way. So they seek out humans with really strong emotions, and what are children if not little capsules of emotions waiting to explode everywhere. So Digimon are naturally drawn to them. So
Wow, that could be easily taken out of context.
I'm fine with that. So the Digimon
I
seek
guess
out
what we're saying is we need to blow up children.
children. I mean, they'll do it to themselves. I mean, like the thing with Digimon, you got to bear in mind is the emotional aspect is basically what makes them click, and it's also kind of what causes them to get into trouble more often than not. But we got a message.
It's also the reason why things like the Demon Lords exist.
Which attribute do wind Digimon damage the most? I believe that's Earth attribute. It's wind,
That would fit.
Earth, Elec, and then back around again. So we'll see if we're right. It takes them a little time to respond, so...
Wrong, and then suddenly you're ambushed by a swarm of Digimon.
Well, Tamamon wouldn't be a threat to me, so...
But Digitamamon, on the other hand,
Now, that's an ultimate level Digimon! That wouldn't be fair at all!
you
Yeah.
got my quiz wrong.
I didn't know it was life or death stakes. This guy
Reminds me
takes
of,
his quiz games very seriously.
Your
reminds me,
egg is
the quiz,
cooked.
reminds me of the quiz game in Paper Mario, where
Oh,
if I remember correctly, one of the quiz games, if you get it wrong, you fight you fight anti-Shy Guy, which is just like Shy Guy on like massive steroids.
oh yeah, this is Blue Marimon. This is technically an ultimate level Digimon. I had to look it up on the Digimon wiki to find out what the difference in Marimon and Blue Marimon is apart from color. And it's like, yeah, he's an
Yeah.
ultimate level.
Yeah, like I said, we start to encounter ultimates, which is why, this is a really good grinding area.
It is. The XP here is unreal.
So, are we actually going to go for Mastamon then?
That seems to be the really popular pick in the comments. Like back in episodes 1 and 2, a lot of people were talking about Mastamon. So what I think I'm going to do, actually, because he hasn't degenerated very much, I'm probably going to take Gargamon down to like the end training and turn it into Gatomon and go down to Angelomon line. And I think I have someone in my farm island that I can turn into the demon line, so I think we have those options available to us.
I was about to ask, because maybe you might have just answered it. How did you get these Digimon per se? Did you start out with this team?
You
or-
start with a starter Digimon. In my case, that was Terriermon, who is currently my Gargamon. Your other options are actually
Okay, you're going to have
Hagurumon.
to explain which one's Gargamon.
You see the bunny with the machine guns for hands?
No, I know who Gargamon is. I've seen that show. I've
Okay,
seen that.
so yeah, he was my starter. Hagurumon over there is another option you can get, and the other one is Palmon, I think. I think it's Palmon. I always confuse
'Cause
Palmon and Lalamon, to be honest. They're very similar.
Because I played the PlayStation games of Digimon, where they kind of start you out with a three-man team. The first one where you're driving around a tank or whatever.
Oh yeah, that was Digimon World 2? Nightmon.
And the Isekai one where you get thrown into a video game.
That could be 1 or 3, as I recall.
3. It was 3. It was
Okay,
the
3 was
most-
probably the best of that trilogy. I actually owned the first one growing up, and it's really, really, really merciless.
As someone who hasn't played the game in 20 years.
Actually, I actually kind of thought people would get really mad. That was my 100 sub special, actually. And, pretty much everyone in the comments was like, no, you're pretty much right. It is a broken, janky mess, but I still enjoy it. And I'm like, that's fair.
Yeah, no, I mean,
That's fair, I get it.
I like Horai High, and Horai High is a horrible janky mess. So.
Hey, you're all that equipment you're wearing? Sure would be a shame if there was a bug in the code that made it do nothing.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't notice because I kept destroying everything anyway.
It literally doesn't matter because your character stats are just that high.
Yeah.
Welcome to Horai High, everybody. Enjoy your stay.
I'm
Yeah.
naked.
Yeah, the 2 Digimon games that I had was Digimon 2 and Digimon 3. Those were the ones I played the most of.
Oh, not the best one. Go left until you die. Go left until you die.
Okay, that one requires some context. There's a PS2 game based on Savers/Data Squad, and it's really weird. It's pretty good, I would say. On the whole, it's good. It's really grindy, but it's pretty entertaining. And there was a bit where I was at Cog's house. Found his gear. You found it. Fix insert into the hole in my back. That's what she said. Eric, so I'm still alive. Great, just in the nick of time. Would have been done for if you hadn't told me. Thank you, you're a lifesaver. Investigation of life crisis. Okay, so explain the go left thing. I was playing the game as basically Cog's personal Let's Player, and he was practicing his guitar. And as we're going to one of the very last maps in the game, like the entire thing, I was like, oh, the entire map kind of like funnels you to the left the entire time. And so he starts just ad-libbing this song where he just like, go left until you die, go left until you die. And it was like 3 a.m. and we had entirely too much sugar in our systems at the time. So like, it was really, really hysterical at the moment, and it kind of stuck with me ever since. That's probably our update on the quiz game.
You know, it's
Earth attribute is correct. You're amazing.
It's like one of those things like you know, Cog has this tendency of
Being
doing really quotable stuff, like, you know, stop being so poor.
Yep. that was our playing Final Fantasy Tactics. And the thing was like, stop being so poor. You're being poor offends me.
Is that because you didn't want to? What was it? It was like there was a
It's
class
when,
you could play.
really, really early in the game was when Argus joins your party, and he just starts like verbally dressing down everyone because they're poorer than him. And
Oh, I thought he was talking about. I think it was the merchant class where your character like throws skill at people, and depending on the skill you throw,
I don't
it does
remember
more
if that
and more
was in the
damage.
first Tactics. I will have to check that.
Oh, was it not? Oh, maybe I.
I don't remember. I don't remember. I'll have to check. So I'm going to degenerate him, and I'll move Lekismon into the party instead. I don't really have a plan for her. I brought her along because I needed a 4th for my hacking skill. Okay, you have a bunch of different hacking skills, but your hacking skills are dependent on the quantity and types of Digimon you have in your party.
Dude, you know, a thought occurs to me.
So,
You know what you could do?
what's that?
You could go Renamon, and I know Renamon can side evolve into Gatomon.
I don't mind either way. Plus, oh, that's Antilamon. I was like, what was that? You see the silhouette, and if you know, you know, but if you don't, like, I don't know what I'm looking at here.
That
That
could be
one,
any number of them.
that's Lekismon's canon champion from Digimon World Dusk, and that one's Antilamon. So yeah, they do seem to have some crossover potential. I'm gonna take Terriermon back, because he's kind of the only one that doesn't have a niche right now. Easier without a vaccine, but I'll add lib.
The screen's a little confusing. I'm assuming that you can build Digimon in a certain way to
Right.
progress
Here,
their Digivolutions.
Right. Okay, so let's break it down so everyone at home gets the tutorial along with us. At the top is the form your Digimon is currently in. In this case, it's Growlmon. On the left are the forms that he can degenerate into. So he came from Guilmon, and he can also turn into Goblimon because I've seen Goblimon before. That's one of the Agumons, given that it's a virus type, I'm guessing Black Agumon.
I was gonna say he looks like Agumon.
Yeah, it's probably Black Agumon. So he's a champion now, and so on the right are the ones he can turn into ultimate level Digimon. That, I'm not sure. That's probably War Growlmon. That looks like Metal Greymon Vaccine. Not sure. That could be 2 or 3 things. And this is one of the spirit ones, and I hate those, so I'm not doing them.
Oh, are you sure? I thought that was one of Vemon's.
Nope, that's a spirit,
Dudes.
because it requires the Beast Spirit of Flame.
So my question is, well, I'm looking at the screen right now.
Right.
Or no, go back to one of the
Sure.
evolutions. So where it says like attack is 105, required speed is 7.5.
Right.
Say like he didn't have that speed, it would be X. Is there like a specific way you could train him to get that speed, or
Yes.
do you need like a specific item or something?
There's a couple different ways. There are stat raising items, but they're not pretty common. But you can level up, because as you level them up and evolve them or degenerate them, a secondary stat was called aptitude, I believe, in previous games, goes up. Here, I'll show you. This is actually really important, because this is actually an issue that Terriermon's currently struggling with. So, you see how there's at the very top where it says level and then max level? That is literally the highest level this Digimon can achieve in this form. Now,
Okay.
mind you, lower Digivolved Digimon have a lower ceiling in general. But the ceiling goes up the more they change into different numbers of forms. For instance, Growlmon has a much higher one. Not only is he a champion level Digimon, he is simply Digivolved more. And I created him from a fresh level Digimon in the first place, so he's just gone through more forms than Terriermon has, whereas Terriermon came to me as a rookie, so he's only changed a little bit. Sunflowmon too. She was generated around the same time I made Growlmon. Lekasmon I've done a little bit with.
Your Sunflowmon has actually got a slightly higher...
Oh, her HP.
81 versus... Yeah, it's 81 versus 78. Their aptitude.
Yeah, you're right. I don't really know what the math behind it is. I don't 100% know how it works, but broadly speaking, the more you do it, the higher that stat goes to. I believe the absolute ceiling is 99.
Okay. So, Professor, I have a question for you then.
Sure.
All right, since it's going to be important for our overarching plan, how Jogress? How do?
Okay, so let's go back to that table. So, you can Digivolve Digimon. Pretty much just on command. Now, the thing is, where's the option for it? I forget exactly how this works. You guys gotta remember, I have not actually beaten this game yet. I've gotten decently far, but I've never put the coup de grace on it. So, I'm not 100% sure, and... I'm trying to remember what the method behind it was. Oh, you can also eat Digimon you don't want anymore. This is just uploading their data into a Digimon akin to Tamers and eating them. DigiConvert turns a Digimon's scan data into a live Digimon, and return the data is the opposite. It breaks them down into their scan data. Now, as for... It's supposed to be here, I think. Unless that option hasn't been unlocked yet. I think you have to unlock it, but I don't remember how. But you can eventually do Jogress or DNA Digivolving, where two Digimon fuse together, and unfusing them is a logistical nightmare, so make sure that your Digimon has a very high aptitude stat, or you'll be like Little Snek playing Digimon World Dawn, and I really wanted Magnadramon because it's a cool dragon Digimon. So I go out of my way to get it as fast as possible, and then I realized it literally has no other forms it can turn into without DNA Digivolving to generate it, and therefore its aptitude stat was locked at a measly level 60, I believe. So, yeah, that takes the wind out of my sails.
At Chapter 7, you get the chance to fight an optional mini-boss in Kowloon Area 4. And...
But that does make more sense though. So what you're saying is you if you do the DNA Digivolution, you want to make sure that both Digimon have high aptitude, so that way their aptitude in the DNA Digivolution form is a lot higher than.
Yes, exactly. You can undo it, but the way you do it is really weird, because when you fuse them together, they become just one Digimon. So to get them to unfuse, you have to use the Digimon species opposite the one you want and fuse them together to revert it back to its previous state. Either way, you lose Digimon for doing this, so I don't recommend it. So make sure you know what you're doing before you DNA Digivolve your Digimon. That is a thing I learned the hard way and don't care to revisit. Hey, Kyoko. Ooh. Sleuth, rank up. Apprentice. So that's still a synonym for someone who's an absolute beginner. Why do you hate me, game? I've ranked up like 3 times, and I'm still just a freaking apprentice. Great. Say I pour your cup of coffee. No! Kyoko, stop! Stop punishing me! You didn't do anything wrong, you crazy woman.
Okay, so apparently it is, you were right. It is part of the, I was looking at it. It's part of the Digivolution tree. It's basically counted as like an additional form. But the thing will be like, you'll need your camaraderie with the 2 component pieces to be like 100 or so.
Right.
But yeah, it'll basically count as just an additional possible evolution.
Oh, okay. I figured it would be something like that because Dawn and Dusk did something really similar.
Yeah, so basically what you're going to want to have is you're going to want to have Angelomon and Lady Devimon basically just in your party and make sure they're like really high stats. And yeah, as you mentioned, apparently the downside is if you do degenerate them, you will only get one of the component pieces back.
Yep, and then you
And
have to work
basically,
and get the other one again if you want to do it again.
yeah, basically it would be like the host ate
Yep.
the other one.
Yeah, so like I said, make sure you know what you're doing before you DNA Digivolve. That is the only warning you'll get from me.
Yeah, so
Have you been to Shibuya
Sorry.
Scramble Crossing? It's definitely something you should see at least once. Yeah, all right.
yes, sorry. I just figured that would be
No,
important
that's
to know.
relevant since we're kind of tutorializing. This is a good refresher for everyone because yeah, I've only been actually able to play this kind of on a weekly basis. I've had so many like long-running serials. I'm finally done with Mega Man Battle Network 3, and I recorded the final bit of the footage from Metabots, so I'm finally freeing my schedule up a little bit again. So we're traveling to
Yay, free
Shibuya.
schedule.
Yeah, and there is one I want to start relatively soon. Wow, this map.
KOTOR.
No, actually, that's going to be a while out. Wow, this is dropping frames like a clumsy optometrist. Why does nobody pay attention to me? Like, I don't know what it is. This map just like dragged everything to a halt. They never noticed me. Not one person. What's up? Woe to thee who finds the entrance there. Oh, good. I really am an SMT protag. For it makes you. For if you make it, you only meet despair.
What?
Aw.
I was gonna make it "The World Ends with You" reference since you're in Shibuya and you're listening to someone's thoughts. Apparently,
Anything to get me out of here. I think it's probably because I'm recording, but like, holy crap, that's really bad.
yeah, recording does take a good amount of power
Yeah,
away.
I can
from
only
the
get
other
Dietaku to run on his hamster wheel so fast.
Guys, I'm going as fast as I can. I also have to look things up on the internet.
stuff.
My computer is just a baked potato with some jumper cables attached to a hamster wheel that Dietaku runs in.
And I'm sorry, guys. I am not going to stop. I am not going to stop my torrent of, hot anime, moms building Gunpla, torrent. Okay, I'm not going to stop that.
Legend of Shibuya
Why-
Hirasaka. I need help there.
Implying that's what it's gonna be when you actually open it.
I just got back from Shibuya. Why do I have to go back?
You're talking about torrenting, and you're about torrenting, and I'm like, yeah, until it turns out to be something else because they just named it that. to
It's
trick
just Diaboromon. Can you count backwards from 10?
Joke's on you. It's Dungeons & Dragoning. Joke's on you. I'm okay with that.
You're the president of the Inoden Occult Research Club, correct? Yes, and my name is Meg Kokusho. Kokusho. All right.
Kokoro.
Rokusho. All right. What have you got for us today? Well, I was wondering if you could help run an experiment to test an urban legend and see whether it's true or not. Oh, I like the sound of that. It's not something we get around here every day. Anyway, what legend do you have in mind? Well, it's called Shibuya Hirasaka. I swear I can read. And it goes like this. At the Shibuya Scramble intersection, there are 5 hills, each of them going in separate direction. You split 5 different people up, one on each road alongside those hills. Then you have them all head towards the Scramble intersection as they sing the Hirasaka song. I have never heard of this before, so this is all Greek to me. If everyone makes it to the center of the Scramble intersection at the same time right as they finish singing... What, do their wishes come true or something? No, a dead person is brought back to life. Oh, okay, so we're just gonna dabble in some casual necromancy, guys.
As you do.
Good luck. I'm behind 8,000 skeletons.
Can't say I've heard that one before. It reminds me of some of those old Shinto stories. Actually, there's a lot of weird stuff that just mutates over time. Like, there's a famous story that got misattributed to a city in Texas that was about if a car got stuck on train tracks, the ghost of dead children who died there would physically move the car out of the way. But it was actually something that, I think it was Arizona or New Mexico. But for some reason, the modern tellings are told in Texas for some reason. Like,
Weird.
these things tend to evolve over time, is what I'm saying.
Mhm.
I can see what makes legend so appealing, though. You have to make it to the center through a constant crowd, all while singing. Pulling it off sounds
It's,
like no mean feat.
it's also the phone scenario where, one person hears one thing, someone tells it their own way, and then
Yeah,
it
the
morphs
telephone
and
game.
mutates.
Yeah, definitely. Indeed, you tried at the club several times, but you always either bump into people or get held up by a traffic light. That would be a real issue, yes. We've heard rumors about your organization, so I thought I'd see if you could help us somehow. As anyone who's ever tried to hold a D&D game knows, getting 5 cats corralled is difficult enough, let alone with any kind of schedule behind it.
Yep.
Rumors? Like what? Oh, like how there's a detective agency in Nakano dealing in the occult that has supernatural ties to another world. You're half right. And if you go to it at 2:22 a.m., there's a door to the other world that shows up. Stuff like that. No, that's just my waifu's phone outside in the hall. You can use that at any time, actually. Jeez, I know we work in the shadows here and all, but I think we're so infamous as to be having people make up urban legends about us. Wow.
There are hot single Mega Digimon in your area.
Don't take it the wrong way, but still, if we could prove that legend is true, it'd be a real boon for my club. What do you think? I know your main work here is hunting down ghosts and spirits, so you do it for us? I guess if you didn't know what they were, Digimon kind of are like ghosts and spirits.
Oh, this makes GeoBreeders, hit completely different now.
Wait, what? Hunting down ghosts? Where do people even come up with this stuff? Now you've got me really curious. Yeah, my assistant doesn't know a thing about it. I don't know where I heard it either, silly me. Don't worry about it. We'll take up your case. We need a little time to get ready, so could you wait for us elsewhere here in the building? Thank you so much. I have other members coming too, so I'll just wait outside for them.
Can you change your character's looks, or is that?
You can actually. You can. This is the default outfit, but there are other outfits and stuff. And there is a at the start of the game you can pick between a boy and girl version. But in the original Cyber Sleuth manga, it was just the boy, and the story proceeds accordingly because like every woman in this game is hot for him, which is definitely proof that while he looks like a human version of the Snek, he's definitely not me.
Yeah, it's funny too. You can actually get, for instance, like an Agumon T-shirt, even like Bellstar and Diaboromon, I want to say.
There's all sorts of different Digimon shirts and stuff. There are also different patterns and stuff. And I believe there was actually more in the PS4's DLC bundle, which did not make the jump to Steam, as I understand it. Got another weird case on our hands. A case is a case. What are you going to do? I'm going to start preparing for our Shibuya Hirosaka experiment. Why don't you go talk with the other club members and learn more about the legend?
I'm okay with that, considering that you basically get 2 full, size JRPGs for like $50.
Yeah, that's fair. Plus, you still get a bunch of the NX Digimon, the ones that look like Metabots, are part of the DLC bundles that got brought over. So it's not like you're left high and dry. Have you heard the lyrics of the Hirosaka song? It goes like this. To hear of it a curse, to see it even worse. The depths of Shibuya, it's where we all must cross. When you feel alone, down you must go. When you feel low, down you must go. At the bottom lies a secret hidden world, but woe to thee who finds the entrance there. For if you make it, you'll only meet despair, you'll only meet despair. You have to sing that while heading towards the center of the Shibuya Scramble intersection for the legend of Shibuya Hirosaka to work. But from what distance? It says that we have to finish the song when we arrive, but it seems like it's a pretty short song. So, are we supposed to just start the next city block over? Is it a certain distance in yards or meters or Kelvin? Like, how does this work? Why are these things always...
It's an urban legend. It's gotta be
are you still going on about Kelvin?
Like, the thing that gets me is, like, these urban legends... Like, here's the thing. I talked about this a little bit in my Faith Let's Play, but it's like, these things always have no carrot and a huge stick. And if you mess up, you die, or you get dragged to hell, or your body gets possessed, or literal, actual Satan comes and you have to play chess with him. It's just like... There's no good side to these urban legend rituals. There's just never, ever, ever an upside. And people insist on doing them. And I'm like, first off, nothing will probably happen because these things just don't happen. But at the same time, why would you risk it? Why would you risk it? All you're doing is reviving someone from the dead who's either going to be A, mad that you pulled them out of paradise, or B, relieved and really, really twisted from years of torment. There's no good ending here. Nothing good comes of this.
Or see a giant, or see a monster.
Yeah, you can like a weird monster or a demon pretending to be a dead person. It's just a lose, lose, lose all around.
Just because my only real bad resurrection story is Full Metal Alchemist
Which is the
Brotherhood
only
anime.
holiday in October. Are you screwing with me right now, Alphamon?
Oh, this is most likely like a
This is the problem.
cultural thing.
This is definitely a cultural thing. It's either Health and Sports Day or it's Nokia's birthday. I'm gonna guess Health and Sports Day since Labor Thanksgiving Day is just wrong. And also Thanksgiving Day would be culturally contextive based on what country you live in. Health and Sports Day.
I was told in the more recent Yakuza game, not the one where it's set in like medieval Japan, but the Like a Dragon. There's a section where you can get buffs and stuff like that to your character for when you do stuff. But like a lot of the questions and quizzes you have to do are all more culturally on their end.
Yeah.
So like anyone playing it outside of Japan or ever is kind of like, what is this again?
Funny enough, one of the Goemon games actually had an answer for that. There's a puzzle, quote-unquote puzzle, you get in, I believe, Goemon 64, where you talk to a Kappa. And the Kappa's quest for you is to bring him his favorite food, and he just dives into the river. But if you just speak with him immediately afterwards, he just sticks his head out of the water and says, cucumbers, and then just goes back under the water. Which apparently did not happen in the Japanese version.
I'm assuming it's because if they
would already know.
no one would have known.
Yeah,
what
they would actually have already known if they were Japanese. So yes, Shibuya is filled to the brim with hills no matter where you look. There's Konosaka, Masaka, Organzaka. Really, you could say that Shibuya is like the valley for all of Tokyo, and I don't just mean geographically either. There's just so much information and energy that flows into it from all sides. May thinks that's why Shibuya is so popular to begin with. Ah, so it has good feng shui.
I was gonna say it also is like it also has like a lot of games like base a good amount of their story around that too.
They're probably
Some of the
upstairs.
games I played, like again, The World Ends With You, is pretty much all about Shibuya.
Yeah, no, I love learning about other cultures. I think it's a fun way of integrating culture into an interesting story. If I have specific
Speaking
kills,
of, horrifying afterlives.
JRPG afterlives, you mean?
No, I mean The World Ends With You.
Oh.
It literally is
Yeah.
you basically going through a bunch of increasingly ridiculous games in order to potentially be brought back to life.
Wait, have you actually played The World Ends With You? Because I could actually explain it if you want me to.
Yeah, yes,
Okay.
I have.
He has,
Plenty
I
of
haven't,
times.
but there are 5 specific kills you have to use for the Shibuya Hirasaka. Doganzaka, Bunkamura Dori, Koen Dori, Miyamasazaka, and Meiji Dori. If you look at them on the map, they even form a pentagram. Wait, what do you mean you don't see that? Maybe my character is just oblivious. I don't know, he's a JRPG protagonist. Kind of comes with the turf, doesn't it? Hi.
Hey, Snek, here I am. I'm not wearing any pants.
Ah, you should put some
That's
clothes
such a
on.
wild thing.
You should put some clothes on. It could be cold outside. Why am I wearing this maid
Sigh.
outfit? Why am I wearing this maid outfit? I have to get back to work once we're done here. I came here because May really needed enough people to help out, but I can't say I'm otherwise super eager about the whole thing. I mean, there's an actual girl who died doing this, you know. Apparently she was doing everything you do for Shibuya Hirasaka and got hit by a truck right when she started crossing the street. Oof, she got isekai'd. I just want to hurry up and get this over so I can leave already. I saw a thing
I got
online.
sent to Xenoblade Chronicles.
Shibuya, scramble intersection, a truck, and an accident. Woe to thee who finds the entrance there, or if you make it.
Oh, that's another good game that you could do.
Oh yeah. Alright, I got everything all set up. Get all the club members together and take them over to Shibuya. I'll be giving commands from here. Meanwhile, I want you to join in and help perform Shibuya Hirasaka as one of the 5. Thanks. I'm glad to know I'm the disposable one. Can everyone hear me? We're now going to commence verifying the legend of Shibuya Hirasaka. I've hacked into the cameras at the... Kyoko! Why? Why do you do things that are deliberately going to get us in trouble?
No, it's okay. We use Digimon. No one will know.
I'll be watching you all from here and giving you commands as necessary. Keep your eyes and ears peeled and ready for anything. Let's get started. To hear of it a curse, to see it even worse. Dead to Shibuya, it's where you all must cross. You're going great. Doing great. Keep up that pace. Lily, I need you to speed it up a little more. When you feel low, down you must go. When you feel low, down you must go. Good, good. You're all about to reach the scramble crossing. The traffic light should cooperate too. Are you hacking the cross signal? Are you back in Battle Network 1?
No.
Do I have to go fight
Yes.
Color Man inside the system again?
Coral Pandoramon!
Oh no. That being said, just in case, I went in and rigged it to work in our favor. Kyoko, stop causing traffic incidents. Let's go ahead and cross. At the bottom lies a secret hidden world. Woe to thee who finds the entrance there. For if you make it, you only meet despair. You only meet despair. I like how it says occultists and Snek. Like that kind of implicates me, right?
Well, it means that you're not a demon summoning whack job.
That's true. I tend to... I lean law or neutral when I play SMT, to be honest. We did it. We all made it here at the same time. Yeah, I guess we did.
We did it!
Yep, without a doubt. So... sweet, nothing happened. What the... There's nobody here! Where did everyone go? Oh, good. It won't lag my game again. You're right, there aren't any cars around either. Really lost contact, too. Wait, what's that? Oh, it's just my waifu. Don't mind her. Oh, hang on, guys. Got a message from my Digimon. Correctamundo, answer is Health and Sports Day. Good. My random guess worked. Sorry, I had to entertain Alphamon. You guys understand, right? Cool, thanks. So...
Don't understand.
You doing anything later?
Digitamamon must be appeased.
Why doesn't anyone pay attention to me? Maybe they actually do notice me. Oh, baby. Hey, where'd you go? Oh, right. I tried to ask her out, so of course she disappears. There she is. Can't live here anymore. I can't live and be here anymore. It's easier to talk to you when you're not teleporting around. So I'll... Whoa, who are you? How long have you been here? I'll die and remain here. Here at the bottom of Shibuya in the other world. She vanished. Ah. What's going on? What's going on here? Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
Well, you see, when a mommy Snek and a daddy Snek both love each other very much.
That's a different lecture. What am I seeing? Hey! What's going on? Come in. Snek! Look out! Ah!
This is why you don't stand in the middle of the road.
That was a close one. Yeah, seriously. If you didn't hear your voice just now, that truck would have... Yeah, you all would have been isekai'd. You alright? What happened? Fill me in. Well, you see, Kyoko, back in the 70s and 80s, every time there was a truck about to hit someone, a tokusatsu hero would jump in and save them. But nowadays, everyone just gets hit by the truck because they're all retired now, and now the modern ones are all too edgy. So instead, we just get isekai stories.
No, that's not fair to Jeeb, man. He's not edgy. That's like the opposite of edgy.
It's like a lot of Ultramen are not edgy at all. Jeed, Red, and Rousseau and Blue, and Zet are all a bunch of very soft-hearted goobers. What was all that? And everything's gone back to normal. What's happening here? Ah, that isekai truck will never stop to sate its bloodlust. You owe Detective Matayoshi a lot for helping out again. Not only did he restore calm, but he also took the truck driver in for questioning. Apparently that driver didn't see any of you until right before you were all nearly hit. But here's where it gets strange. The crowd in the intersection saw you all the whole time, but nobody responded to their warnings. It's like you guys couldn't see or hear anything that was going on around you. Actually, yeah, that's how it was. We didn't know there were still other people around till your assistant spoke up. And would this girl happen to be that high school student you saw there? It is, that's her. Yes, I tried to ask her out, and she disappeared into the ether. Just story of my life, really. Definitely, she's the one for sure. I see, that settles it. What do you mean? Who is she? She was a high school girl who was killed 3 months ago in an accident at the Scrambled Crossing intersection. She died in an accident? For real? Yep, she was even hit by a truck. But that doesn't make any sense. We saw her with our own eyes, right in front of us. She came back to life. Huh? Don't you remember? That's how the legend of Shibuya Hirosaka goes. So what you 5 saw back there was the dead brought back to life then. I don't even... I did a little research. Shibuya today is a valley that was cut off from Shibuya River, which itself now runs under the Scramble intersection. I don't know if that's true or not. Rivers are a common border in myths and religions between the world and the next. There's the Sanzu River in Japan, the River Styx in Greece. Let's see, you guys got caught up in one such place today. There are lots of names you can call it, but the end result remains the same. Anyway, this case is closed. We set out to prove Shibuya Hirosaka is real, and we did. Really? You're just going to leave that girl alone? Is that what you want to ask? You may be confused about our role. Don't forget, we're not ghost hunters, and we're not exorcists. That's not what we do. No, I did that in faith. I did a pretty good job at that, I would say.
Didn't you see the girl before this happened? Like, you went to Shibuya and you saw her.
Exactly
and she
right,
comes
yes.
up. So I'm like, I don't see the correlation of her being brought back to life when she was already there anyways.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's a little unclear, right? We're cyber sleuths, no more, no less. I'd appreciate it if you remember that from now on. Stay safe on your way home. Don't get into the accidents for real now. Ooh, well, that case is over and done with for now, though I know you didn't get a chance to really use your powers. But I figure if you had to use them in front of those kids, they just would have spawned another urban legend. Kyoko, are you trying to set me up? If I kill everyone, that'll make me lucky. And if everyone dies, that'll make me happy.
Speaking of edgy,
I've dated crazier.
if everyone dies, then I'll get all the XP.
So a standard run-of-the-mill D&D protag. Understood. Great to see you pulled through on that case. Keep up good work going forward.
Oh, you don't understand. Matt Mercer taught me that if I kill all the people, then I will be the bestest D&D player.
I don't log into Eden much, so I've heard the view from the entrance is impressive. Go see it and tell me what you think. I think it looks like an entrance, because I've seen it before. But I know what you're doing, but I'll play along.
I know your game.
I am very well
Specifically,
praised.
it's Digimon Cyber Sleuth.
Digimon Story, Cyber Sleuth. And Mr. Nabbit, Eden's cute and clever mascot.
So are you in the internet right now?
Sort of. This is sort of like what would happen if the metaverse was real instead of a bunch of marketing buzzwords.
Oh, and also was good.
Yeah, and it was actually useful for something.
So basically, it's like every single, science fiction VR where they're like, wow, this is really useful and isn't just, chats for furries.
Yeah.
But,
Do you know the way? But Mom, I swear, there's something there.
must have Ebola to know the way.
Sweetie, look behind you and check for yourself. Nothing there. No, don't worry about it. Yep.
So no one besides you, and I'm guessing you actually know something about Digimon or something?
Well, no, there are other people who know.
There are some people, and Digimon are kind of like a rumor. But last time we spoke to Agumon and Gabumon, they basically confirmed the digital world has always existed, but because of mankind's increasing reliance on technology, the barrier between the digital and the real world is becoming rapidly thinner. And they are starting to merge in points, and now hackers are being like, oh, hey, there's these super useful tools that basically break all the known rules of how technology works, so I'm going to use these tools to my advantage. And so hackers are basically having a field day, and now our character has been recruited by some force or the other in order to be the counterbalance against these hackers on running amok. Stop looking at me.
So you're the white hat, pretty much?
Yeah, my character's a pretty good-natured guy. We got another case in the occult club. This one looks personal, though. I think those guys might have taken a liking to us, given that we deal in the strange and unusual in our line of work. And in doing so, they invited yet more strange, unusual things into our lives. Starting with themselves, really.
Da-da, da-da-da.
Oh, Kyoko. The woman who can't figure out how the buttons on her blouse work is casting aspersions.
Sorry, guys. We have to go to Reddit.
Can we just let the Digimon have that one? Alright, coming home. Whoosh. What's up? You just told me they were... Or are they waiting for me outside? Or is it a pinned quest? Ah, there we go. My Digiline is weird. It keeps transmitting without me doing anything. Find the cause. This actually sounds like something we can actually help with. Nice to meet you again, Manaka. What brings you here by yourself? I think I might be caught up in a cybercrime. Cybercrime? Did you go to the police? I can't really. There's some supernatural elements involved, I think. I understand. You made the right choice coming to us. After all, give us the details. Take a look at this. It's my log on Digiline. What's you got? Should I go to my club tomorrow? They claim to do research, but all they really do is hang out and talk. It's only a club because everyone has similar interests. I should probably enroll in something a little more serious and go to that too. I could really use a hot, manly boyfriend. Oh my gosh, did I just write that? Huh? What's so special about this? Keep going, you'll understand why. Are you, like, asking us to read your personal diary? Are you, like, trying to instigate drama in your life? Is that what this is? But Kenji have a crush on May? La 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 la, no way. She has a one-track mind. She can't think of anything else but occult stuff. Like, I even have his eyes on straight. He has a real hottie right in front of him, and he can't take his eyes off May for even a second to notice it. Maybe I should seduce him. I mean, I got the goods. I'd give him a peek anytime. Like, I love the exact moment my character changed to, like, the surprised face. He's just like, what?
Oh my!
Why are you letting me read this? This is not something you should be putting out in the air. How do I put this? Your posts aren't pulling any punches here. Putting my personal opinion aside, I otherwise don't see anything wrong with them. They look normal to me. Thing is, I didn't write that stuff. Sure you didn't. Your Twitter got hacked. It happens to everyone. I understand. I'm not casting judgments. I'm totally casting judgments.
Just letting you know, just letting you guys know immediately that, you know, if Snek ever gets incredibly spicy, it'll be convenient that, you know, he just happened to get hacked.
Guys, it was the Digimon. It wasn't me. They just randomly showed up. They freaked me out so badly I deleted them. I hear you. Then doesn't that mean your account was probably just hacked? Some 2-bit hacker probably did it to screw with you, or maybe your computer was infected with... No, it isn't anything like that. Then I take it this is where the supernatural part you mentioned factors into these posts. Yeah. I wasn't the one who wrote these posts and put them online, but they are how I feel. What you see written there, that's stuff that I think about but don't express out loud. So you got hacked. Yes, I understand.
So, you know, here's another thing, actually, that we should probably tell Clockwork.
What's that?
Is that the entire thing is that another ongoing theme with Digimon is the entire idea of communication. In fact, that's basically Digimon Tamer's entire thing, is that, you know, Digimon exist entirely for the Digi-Elves communicate with humanity.
Yes, there are Digi-Elves, don't ask. It's not really ever explained.
I mean, I'm making the assumption, according to this, is that there's some connection between her emotions and how she's feeling and then her Digiline.
Yes, because, okay, here's the thing. The digital world is full of mysteries that even the Digimon themselves don't fully understand. There are literal pantheons of gods, and even they generally have no idea what's happening. Because the digital world is so massive and complex, it's only in a few of the films that we actually see the broader spectrum of what's actually going on at any given time. X Evolution springs to mind, where the server itself was like, okay, y'all hogging too much disk space, time for you to die. But generally speaking, the digital world is one of mystery. We don't know that much about it. For everything that we do know about it, there's at least 10 things we don't. So there's stuff that happens like this all the time. And the more people become reliant on technology, the more the Digimon and their base presence just continues to influence things. There are Digimon that their continued existence threatens to send everything to the Stone Age by just existing at any given time. They're called digital hazards, and basically, it's like it's what how we perceive like radiation, for example, really really intense gamma radiation and its deleterious effects on living tissue. That's how a digital hazard is on the digital world, and its effects can be very random and very chaotic. And because it's so intimately tied to human emotion, you get things like this that in any other context would be the plot of a horror game, because it's like these things are, or her heart is basically being written out for her, even though she's not doing it herself. But that's the intrinsic
Yep.
tie the digital world shares with our real world.
Yep.
Alrighty then.
And that's actually also where the demon lords come from, because basically they exist as kind of the in order to express the dark desires and base instincts of humanity, even though they're not things that should be like propagated or cherished. It's like because hatred, lust, pride, anger, wrath, all these things are just aspects of human existence. They're incredibly powerful Digimon.
You were talking about the angel and the demon Digimon?
Yep.
Well,
Okay.
the high level demon.
Yep. Any concept that exists in the real world, be it plants and animals, or abstract concepts, or religion and myth, is reflected in the digital world. Think of it like the collective consciousness, except not a bunch of Freudian BS, and you kind of have the right idea. Because there's the bad part. You have the demon lords, which represent the bad parts of humanity. But then you have guys like the 12 Knights, who represent things like courage and the will to improve. All of those things are reflected in the Digimon because they reflect us.
I get it. I don't really see this in any of the Digimon shows and that much because I've never watched them like front to back. So
Some of
but
them get into
I know
it
about like
more.
Devilmon and then like some of the Angel Mons and stuff like that. But
Yeah, you get into it more or less depending on the series. Like that was actually kind of my one beef with Adventure 01 is it's really really slow to get to the point. But the anime is probably the best jumping on point, which is just kind of a weird thing to say because I don't think the anime is all that great a jumping on point.
Well, okay, if it's up to Dietaku, I would say V-Tamers, but, well...
We didn't get that in the West. Only fan translations exist. And officially speaking, I can't advocate anything since piracy's bad. Okay, you shouldn't do piracy. Okay, well, but I'm just saying that sites exist where you could, hypothetically speaking, read the V-Tamer manga, which a lot of the Digimon mythos comes from, and funny enough, ultimately impacted because the run went until I think the end of Frontier or the start of Savers. So yeah, that manga was in the works for a while. I get you. It's stuff that's hard to share with any other member of the club, basically. Right. Seeing as you're in the occult club, I'm sure you know what a Ouija board and all whatnot, right? Your hands move against your will, sending you messages from the spirit world. Something like that could very possibly be happening to you. Kinda. That's not exactly how a Ouija board works. It's very subtle muscle movement because you have this thing called a pulse, and it forces your body to move a little bit. So yeah, the planchette's not moving on its own, and it's not ghost. There's actual scientific documented evidence. It's a toy. It's a toy, literally like copyrighted and patented by a toy company. Don't build it up to be something it isn't.
Oh, it's like, tarot is actually, they just used to be playing cards.
Yeah.
It's not until, weirdos are like, you can use them to, foretell the future. It's like,
No, they're just cards. They're cards with really neat art on them. And JoJo reference goes here. Looking at the post times on your log, these messages went out into the dead of night. You should have been long sound asleep by that point. Okay, then what? In the late 1800s, there was an academic by the name of Enryo Inoue who posited that sorts of things can come from having multiple cells. Enryo Inoue, the man who came up with the mystery studies, right? I've shown off his work at the club before. Hold on, are you saying I have a split personality? The politically correct term for that would be dissociative identity disorder, actually. I wasn't expecting Kyoko to go all PC on us. I guess...
I would argue that it's not politically correct so much as scientifically accurate.
Right.
Because it's not really a political thing. It's
more that the cadence changed because it was more accurate to use that descriptor of it.
And to be perfectly honest, there is even debate now that, dissociative disorder is actually a thing.
Yeah.
It is actually like a thing. Schizophrenia, like hallucinogenitive schizophrenia is a thing. But whoa, I'm Dr. Jekyll, now I'm Dr. Hyde, woo! It's like, no, that isn't. I'm sorry.
I guess it makes sense. If I'm writing those posts at night without realizing it, that would explain it, but maybe it really is that. I've honestly been worried that it might be deep down. But no, that's not it. That would be stupid. And it has nothing to do with Digimon. It has nothing to do with Digimon. That's obviously wrong.
I was also going to mention, would you be extremely tired if your alternate self was up all night posting random crap?
So, someone just hijacking your body while you're trying to sleep? Yeah, you'd wake up pretty darn tired. This isn't because of mental issues. Here, take a look at this. Just try and find me. This was just now posted on your account. It's a reply to what I wrote on your Digiline. To the culprit, I'm a detective who's taken up Manaka's case. Know that we will track you down and uncover your identity, no matter who or where you are. You can't hide forever. You've been warned. Well, the conversation unfolding online as you and I were talking while you weren't touching any terminals. That means you're not the one behind those posts, let alone any mental disorder of yours. The real culprit is out there somewhere. Whatever's behind it is a dumb troll, albeit an arrogant one at that. To quote Enryo Inoue's work again, what you got is a case of a fake wonder, someone trying to make this look more mystical than it really is. In other words, this is plain old hacking. You said that the contents...
It's a Digimon.
It's a Digimon.
It's clearly, evidently a Digimon.
Yeah, seriously. You said the contents of these posts are based on actual facts about yourself, yes? I don't know about facts so much as how I think and feel, really. Were you logged into Eden before you fell asleep? Yes, I do that every night. Gotcha. And the way I see it, the culprit's in snooping around, hacked into your memory data in Eden. You can do that sort of thing in Eden? Not literally, at least not where you're lone wolfing it like your hacker here. Still, avatars in Eden are essentially digitized versions of people's mental data, so to speak, and so memory data hacks theoretically doable. Things take a bit of a different turn once the so-called supernatural enters the equation. Huh? Don't sweat it. For now, just log into Eden tonight like you normally would. I'll have my assistant waiting for you in the lobby.
We're just hacking your mental
brain.
We're just hacking your brain, yo.
What do you actually plan on doing? You're going for fox hunting, and our decoy will be our little maiden's deep, dark secrets. Kyoko, why do you have to word things in such a creepy way? Looks like Monaco's still not here yet. Here's hoping this isn't a sign of what's to come. And I had Monica lay down our decoy. If our culprit's the type of person I suspect they are, they'll definitely go for it. That means it's a pretty safe guess to say that they're going to log into Eden tonight. Once they're in a position, it's just a matter of apprehending them. That shouldn't be a problem either. That's because Pete's going to be working with us. How's it going? Long time no see. Thanks again for what you did back there with the AC stuff.
Is it Digimon?
It is. That is Wanyamon. And apparently his name is Pete. And he roleplayed as a cute girl on the internet to get attention. That's not a joke. That actually happened.
I have no idea why he would do such a thing.
Strange, right?
Is it just not? No.
He literally does that. That's not a joke, by the way. I had Pete here take a look at those posts and the hacker wrote so we could learn their scent. Yep, turns out the messages had traces of a Digimon on them. Can't fool me. I'll let you know if the bad guy's close by. You can count on me and my nose. But of course, that's why I brought you on board.
Digimon have scent? Yeah, I guess a digital scent would make more sense.
Yeah, Digimon kind of have a sense for digital things in the way that we have a sense for real things.
It took me a second to put two and two together, but I kind of answered my own question.
There's some Battle Network logic here, or maybe I should say Battle Network logic uses some Digimon logic, but yeah, it's all pretty straightforward if you don't think about it too hard. This is so cool working with a real-life detective. I feel like a real boy wonder over here. Oh. You don't know who the boy wonder is? Really? Hey, I'm here. Sorry to keep you waiting. I did like you asked and posted the message on my Digiline, but am I really going to be okay doing that? Hehe, you're curious what she wrote, aren't you? It's fine, I'll tell you. She confessed her love to the hacker and also mentioned that she really wanted to meet him. Kyoko, why do you do things in the creepiest way possible? It's a real blatant ploy on our part, but again, the guy thinks his hacking skills are hot stuff. He's going to want to verify Manaka's claims, preferably by checking your memories directly. Hacking memory data takes some work, though, even to just take a look inside of it. It'll require actually directly reaching out and making contact with her avatar. That's the only way he could have done this. He had to have been touching her somehow in order to do the hacks. But some more, messing around with someone's mental data would take it going into the core of Eden itself. Security there is supposed to be tight as can be. It takes some real effort to break in. Hacker behind Manaka's messages would have therefore had to be touching her at least several minutes before leaving his handiwork. I smell him. He's close by. Good. It's time to go hunting. To go investigate the surrounding area and get this person out of his foxhole. Just gotta grit my teeth and do what my boss says. Why do I have so many Digiline messages? What are you guys doing? Oh, farm investigation. I had this strange dream last night. What was it? I wonder what kind of dream it was. 7 fat cows, 7 thin cows. Thin cows eat fat cows. Thin cows still thin.
I get that.
What do the characters on Metal Edamon's chest mean? Oh,
King of Digimon.
I think it's invincible, but I don't remember. He has some
Which is the ultimate irony is that he gets one shot.
Yeah, he gets one shot by an ultimate. Not even by a mega. He gets one shot by an ultimate level Digimon. That was some crap right there.
That was.
Okay, there's for your benefit, Clockwork, there is a thing called Digicode. Digicode is the language, the written language of the digital world. It roughly corresponds to kanji in most cases, but there is an English version, though it's not very often used. Most of the time, it actually just reads digital monster anyway. So, I'm going to guess invincible.
I was gonna say, like, it's just not ones and zeros and binary. They actually like have a different.
Yeah, you
code
would
in
think,
a sense.
right? But let's see if we can find our perk.
Let me see if I can find it, because actually, yeah, I want to say the DigiWiki actually has it.
I don't smell anything anymore. This is bad. If you don't pick up something soon, we'll lose him. I smell him. We're getting close. There, right in front of you. Hurry up and do a scan. Yes, we got you now, Buster. You're not going anywhere. For real? How'd you find me? I knew it. The culprit's a little kid. Hey, don't call me a little kid. That's rude. Hey,
right.
Wait a minute.
All right, Clockwork. Here, I'm going to put it in the games thing.
All right.
There.
Digimoji. Oh, geez.
It actually has all of the whatchamacallits. And apparently there's multiple versions of it. I did not realize it.
Okay. I knew there was a Japanese and an English one. I didn't really know much beyond that. You're the one who spotted me here before, aren't you? Crap, how'd you notice me? You're not supposed to be able to see me at all.
Yeah,
No,
that's the
that's what happened.
katakana, the katakana and hiragana, and then the Latin. Oh, that's pretty cool.
That's what happened.
Hey,
huh?
you know, if we ever get that Digimon, running, that would be something good to have.
Yeah, that would be. My little system's so sensitive to digital waves and special networks. Culprit doesn't stand a chance of hiding forever. Where's Cyber Sleuth? Singular? It comes with the job, but enough of that. We got questions for you.
You know, just one.
Does that make you a detective too? Whoa, you're so hot! Yeah, whatever. They're my questions already. I love how she just deflects that and immediately just keeps going. Who are you and how did you achieve such a complicated... I'm what you'd call a genius architect. I'm not some lowly hacker or programmer. Do you know about the Baku Reborn service? It's a special service here on Eden. In cases like the user either permanently leaves Eden or they die, the Baku Reborn service gathers all that user's data and deletes it. And I'm the one who runs it. Oh, so it's Mamoru from Battle Network 3. You don't have to act so surprised.
Guys, you don't understand! I am a cool administrator!
No, you're not. You don't have to act so surprised. Kids are just more attuned to the digital world than adults. I just studied on my own and joined groups that I could trade info with, and soon enough I started working in corporate R&D. Oh, but the reason I'm considered a genius isn't because I just run a service, I'm also the one who designed it. Actually, what I said about Baku gathering and deleting abandoned user data isn't entirely accurate, it actually does more. Not only does it gather and accumulate data pertaining to a given account, it also organizes it, almost like it has a mind of its own. Because
I just want to point out, because I remember, because we were talking about Battle Network recently and the translation and stuff like that. I remember, I still have that thing I see on Twitter sometimes of that post where the old man is like 30 or something like that.
oh yeah,
And it's just in my head, this kid's like 7 or something. And he's like an R&D technician at a programming company. And I'm like, what is the, what?
Welcome
honest-
to anime.
to be honest, even I'm surprised by that. I never expected it to act so precisely and deliberately. Yeah, because Tamers showed us that a data set with a mind of its own that can absorb other data can never lead to unintended consequences. It's a real case of the creation surpassing the creator, but that's how it should be with these sorts of things, no? I follow you. Baku Reborn Service. Does the name Baku refer to the mythological creature that consumes nightmares? Yep, you got it. I named it that because data we don't want to show online is very much its own sort of nightmare. And by using that Baku on yourself, you could... Alright, I'm on to what you did now. You handed your avatar's surface-level appearance over to your Baku and let it consume it. That way nobody around would be able to know that you were lurking. But you didn't let it purge that data outright. You controlled it yourself, making it hand it back like a dog returning prey to a hunter. Wow, you figured it all out. Yep, you got me. That's amazing, though. I love it when I actually meet a smart adult.
Wow.
I just like how I grimace, because that is the face I'd be making if I met this little upstart. I'm guessing you basically use the same trick to draw out Manaka's mental data, then. Yeah, I copied it, but I only did that with short-term memory. Stuff you'd find around a person's hippocampus inside a real brain. Even something as advanced as Baku can't break into a person's memory with an active mental data. That would definitely be crossing the line, and I understand why that's bad. I hand over what I copied to your partner, given the apparent interest it sparked. It really is like a Baku, isn't it? I think I more or less have a grasp on the current situation now.
I like how his line is, I can take your short-term memories that you're just thinking about off the top, but I can't actually jack here. That's crossing the line. As
That's
in
going
the brain.
too far.
As
Yeah.
in going...
Okay.
I'm like, wait a minute.
I am that, I am not. I think that might be the best way to describe what your partner is in this world, if you catch my drift. You know, I was thinking the same thing. Genius or not, even I can't purposely go out and architect life itself. That thing was probably born as by pure chance. I have no idea how it'll get growing moving forward. Certainly, at the very least, I have a feeling I'll lose control of it eventually. You really are smart. I don't just mean you know a lot, either. It's a sharpness to your words that I admire. So I trust you to let me deal with the Baku. Do you plan on disposing of it? We'll see, depending on things go. I trust your judgment. Yeah, that's totally how little 7-year-olds talk. You'll find it uploaded onto a site. The password lock for it is lifted. The rest, I'll leave up to you.
I trust your judgment.
This little kid, he's a culprit? I'd never guessed it would be someone so young. Well, you see... Huh? Why did I do what I did with her account? Who cares at this stage? I won't do it again, and I promise to even apologize for it later. I'll even give her some consolation money, so just leave me alone. You just remembered, we've met here in Eden before, haven't we? We talked a little bit while I was waiting to meet up with a friend, right? So, why did you do all that mean stuff? You're so smart, you shouldn't be out committing crimes. Yeah. You're right, I'm sorry. That's what I was hoping to hear, so you're a good kid at heart. No, he's probably just a perv. What are you staring at?
Hey, perverts can still be good.
Methinks you doth protest too much, Jan Pugum.
No, shut up.
What are you staring at? I did it, alright? I apologized. Let's call it good at that, shall we? We still have work to do. I'm sending you the URL of the Baku Reborn service now. We're going to resume our hunt now. Only our goal here is to capture rather than kill our target. Manaka, I want you to go back. It's too dangerous for you to stick around. My assistant will take care of everything from here. Alright, counting on you.
Alright, so this is how it's gonna work. I got the trank darts. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Someone
I
set
got
up
the
trap.
trank ammo. Dietaku's got it's got the bombs, and then Snek,
I
you're
got
a
the
great sword
traps.
user, right?
What? No. I wouldn't be caught dead with a great sword. I'm a switch axe main.
Well, that'll work too.
You know, I pray sooner rat once you get there, so you better be prepared for anything before we go. Not about single hit damage. I do like sustained deeps.
That's a Monster Hunter reference, by the way. For
Answer
the
is
people who don't know
strongest.
what I'm talking
You'll
about.
get the next one. Yeah, if they follow my channel, they probably know.
Just making sure.
All right, time to go Baku hunting.
No, not Baku.
That was a very sad episode.
Yeah, that was.
Alright, let's do this.
If I remember, this is either really creepy or really, really dumb, if I remember this one quest.
I do not remember exactly. Also, Terriermon looks really funny when he's asleep.
And some bread, too. Well, time to bully
Hey,
Impmon!
why is Terriermon level 1?
Because I degenerated him. If they achieve a new form, up or down, they reset to level 1.
Time to bully Impmon!
That may sound annoying, but it's actually not that bad. Especially because they'll level up really, really fast.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's
is there
gonna-
like is it like the more forms you have, like you get like an XP boost of some sort? Oh my gosh, he's already level 5. Okay, never mind.
No, the XP requirements don't change. So what I'm actually going to do is temporarily, I'm going to put him in the back and use Lekismon to fill the gap because she's a champion still. She's not as strong, but she'll fill the niche for now. I don't think I can do that. Okay.
Oh, is that why is that why I'm assuming there's as Dietaku put it, there's farming grounds in different areas, so you can
Yep.
like farm and build up your Digimon that went back to
Yes.
level 1 really quickly.
Actually, the comment section was really good about that because they're like, you need to get Platinum Numemon and Platinum Sukamon. And I was like, yes, but why? And they're like, oh, they have an XP up property, and just having them in your party raises the XP that you get every fight.
Oh wow.
So
okay.
I'm like, okay, that's good to know, and I appreciate y'all telling me. Apparently it's not as bad as the PS4 version originally was. But yeah, apparently that's just like a thing.
It's a Digimon game. It's
gonna be grindy. That's why
Sorry, I
they've
don't-
given me like a million chances to go back and readjust my party, but I'm just gonna go for it.
Here's
Actually, I
a
should
question for
save.
you.
I have not
Here's a
saved in a
question.
while.
Here's a question for you, Snek.
Yeah.
Are you an item hog like I am? Do you save every little bit of item? Because you never know when you might actually need it for the next big boss
Sometimes.
fight that might never come.
Guys, I'm out of meta. And
Just-
using ether. But I can't buy this at a store. I only have 87 of them.
There it is, our one and only Baku. From the look of it, the kid's program is merged with a wild Digimon. Shit. Blah, 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 blah.
I'm not translating that from the thing that Dietaku gave
I
me.
was about to say, I'll take a screenshot of this and investigate what it says later. Oh, gosh, there's more. Okay, I'll just review the footage and translate it later. It's no use trying to reason here. The program's erased whatever traces were left of the Digimon's own sentience. Digimon are easily susceptible to influence from man-made programs.
That actually is, according to the Digimon wiki, that is the English version of the Digicode.
Alright.
Oh, neat.
It's one of the reasons why some don't consider them to be autonomous beings with their own sense of will. There's no getting around this one. You're just gonna have to knock some sense into it.
Good thing he's already got a hammer. We can just use that to smack him.
I'm gonna punch it in the face.
What is that little percentage meter? Is that how much you
Oh.
scan the Digimon?
Yes, exactly. And you get more scan data the lower their form level is. The higher it is, the less you get, but... Actually, it's a good thing I moved Terriermon out, because that cube means he's a data type. And data types are strong against vaccine types. So, yeah, that actually really worked out to our advantage.
Giga Breaker!
Wow! I was a little over-prepared, despite setting Terriermon back.
I was gonna say that was pretty easy. It seemed like.
Well,
you
Growlmon
took him
also
to
has a
sleep.
crazy high attack stat.
Oh,
did
your
you-
back party gets the experience too. Oh, that's really
Yes.
nice. Actually,
If they're in
I
your
like
party,
that.
they get it.
I like that.
Now that's over. Download the data and collect what's left of Baku. Once you're done, get out of there and come back to the office.
No, Growlmon, don't eat him!
Nom, 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 nom. It's hard to believe such a little kid would do a heinous crime like that. I'm still shocked. Heinous, huh? I guess I see where you're coming from. Even if he didn't mean any harm by it, what he did certainly broke the law. But that's all in the past now that we've exorcised your account of that little stalker that haunted it. The case is closed now. Let me hold you on to the Baku program in the meantime. If you can tune it up a bit, it could very well come in handy. I still don't get it. Why did he go after me in the first place? Sigh. Do neither of you really get why that boy picked on her? In a way, there really was no reason at all. Except to say that it was love at first sight. He really liked you, Manaka. Huh? At first, he probably just wanted to get to know you more with all his heart, but as he saw, he was less mature than he'd like to admit. He wanted to tease and mess with you so you'd pay attention to him. At his age, it's pretty standard mentality towards someone you like, really.
Yet he's a programmer.
Yeah. Not buying it. Woo, that was so fun. Let me help out again if something comes up, okay? I think it'd be pretty cool to be a detective cat Digimon like that. You definitely helped us out back there, so you have my thanks, Pete. Anyway, are you still not able to actually leave the confines of Nakano Broadway's intranet? Yeah, I think it has to do with how old the network protocols for the internet are. It makes it hard to transfer data around. It could be that I'm stuck in the vacuum tube computer like how Baku was in that Digimon. There still seems much to learn about what Pete truly is, it seems. Huh? Why do we call Pete Pete? Well, he's a cat. He was extracted from his own little time capsule where he was frozen asleep all that time. Besides, open enough doors and you're bound to... Do you really need a reason for it? Are you just making up excuses?
Oh. Well, do you really want the answer to this?
Sure.
It's okay. It's Pete, the antagonist to Mickey Mouse. Pete the cat.
I hadn't thought of that.
I mean, that's the only thing I can think of.
I thought of the similarities, but I didn't think that would actually be like a reason, to be perfectly honest.
Although, I mean, I always assumed that Wanyamon, considering that it literally is Wan, is supposed to be like woof, would be a dog.
Well, it would be Wan, Woof, and Meow Meow, so it would be like a cat dog. Unlike the digital world, the real world is filled to the brim with things that have no real reason for being the way they are.
Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl confirmed.
The simple pleasure in life that we're entitled to have as humans. Don't sweat too much. Just kick back and enjoy. That's one way of sweeping that mess under the rug. Yeah, what kind of music do you like? Bring your favorite song next time. Let us sing together with you sometime. I don't want to imagine how terrible a singer Otamamon must be. And...
Okay, so...
Were you just invited to karaoke night by Digimon?
I think I was, yes.
Is Otamamon... Who's a better singer, Otamamon or Edamon?
Oh, definitely Edamon. He's king of Digimon, after all. Pete's an important member of the team. Make sure you get along, all right?
Which is... Okay, just so you're aware, Clockwork, Edamon literally has an attack called Love Serenade, which basically deals massive damage and also stacks debuffs on people because his singing is so bad.
And yet his Japanese voice actor can really actually belt it out, and he has an original song called Love Serenade. That's actually kind of a banger.
Yep.
Come to think of it, we're out of beans. Pick up some more. Would you use them all up crafting a new recipe yesterday? And that's
I'm out of beans.
Yeah, no, I'm not indulging your habits anymore, Kyoko. That's where we're going to stop for today. But we've made excellent progress. And we'll see you guys in the next Digimans. Sign off, you schmucks.
Bye. Hope the bean soup is good.
Coffee beans. Coffee beans.
Oh.
Don't
Isn't
wish.
coffee just bean soup since you're just roasting it in water?
All right, on that little bit of blasphemy, we'll see you guys next time.